up guys, Katlife here with another new video. Today we are going to be looking at a Korean player called DWG Showmaker. He's currently rank 2 right now, but a few days ago he was rank 1. Now the reason why we're looking at this specific player is because if you see on your left over here, he plays a lot of Katarina. Katarina is his second most played. He has 54 games played on her and he has a 70% win rate. Seeing a Katarina player hit rank 1 in the Korean server is actually pretty nuts. So we're going to examine how he plays Katarina and look at the things he does differently to see if we can learn anything. Now the first thing that I see looking at his profile is his champion pool. He plays a bunch of different shit. I'm assuming it's because he is actually in a team right now called Tom1 Gaming. If he's trying to go pro, then he definitely needs a wide champ pool. So what you can infer from looking at his champ pool is that he doesn't always pick Katarina. Looking at his match history, he only picks Katarina into very specific situations. Depending on the champ he versus, he's gonna pick different champions accordingly. Let's look at his Katarina games. If you see the matchups, you see that he versus Karmas, Kaiza, Aurelian Soul, Syndra, Talia, Cassiopeia, Karthus. He doesn't just pick Katarina into every matchup. He makes sure that the matchup is good for him so that he stays relevant in the game. So possibly he could be choosing Katarina second most of the time so that he doesn't get counterpicked. Because when you verse champions like Karma, Syndra, Talia, these aren't matchups that are unfavorable for Katarina. They're not matchups that pressure Kat really hard in lane to where she can become relatively useless. So it seems like he likes to pick Katarina into safer matchups, into safer team comps, to where he knows that he's going to stay relevant. He's able to still pressure the map. Games where he feels like he's going to be able to carry. So next, let's take a look at his runes. 99% of the time, he gets Electrocute. Electrocute is undoubtedly the best keystone you can get on Katarina. I think the secondary runes is mainly what we should be looking at because he takes Inspiration, Resolve, and rarely gets Sorcery. But he gets Inspiration a lot. If you see here, he mainly uses it to get the Dematerializer. Minion Dematerializer on Kat is pretty good. I've tried it out. I'm assuming in the highest level of play in Korea, you want to make sure that you have control in your lane. And that means being able to push, gain priority in the lane so that he can stay relevant on the map. I don't know if I would recommend this to lower elo players, but I would definitely recommend trying this out maybe if you're Diamond 2 and up. And he also gets magical footwear. I also like magical footwear as well. You save 200 gold, you get boots, you can start building straight into your gunblade, so ultimately you'll be getting your power spike sooner. Now another interesting thing about DWG Showmaker is his skill order on Katarina. What he does with the skill order is he goes Q, E, then W. That's pretty standard. He puts 2 points into Q, and then he puts 2 points into E, and then he finishes up his Q. Now, I tested this in practice tool just a little bit, and your Shunpo does reset a little bit faster when you pick up daggers. Not by much, but that 0.23 seconds that you save can make a difference. I'm assuming he likes to use it for skirmishes, since when you're gearing towards the mid game, you're going to be fighting a lot. So I can see how this is beneficial. Ultimately, if you hit your full combo, you would be doing more damage. A full combo would mean that you'd be hitting 3 E's. So since you're investing a little bit more points into E, ultimately you'd be doing more damage the more you hit your Shunpo. So overall, I think the way he does the skill order is actually pretty smart. If you like putting 5 points into Q, that's fine. I like lowering the cooldown on Q so that you have more opportunities to set up. But if you feel like you want to be more effective in skirmishes when hitting your combos, putting 2 extra points into E is actually a pretty good idea. Next, let's look into his builds. It doesn't seem like he does anything too different. He obviously rushes the Gunblade. He likes to get Morellonomicon, Sork Shoes. But he does build certain items that normally you wouldn't see very much nowadays. It looks like he likes to build GA around like 3rd or 4th item. When it gets to the point of the game when winning team fights starts to get crucial, getting a GA would be very helpful because it gives you more potential to stall out fights and it will give you a second chance to clean up the fight. So I'm guessing he does this to increase his chances of winning these team fights, and I think that's pretty smart. He also likes to go Medjais. I'm assuming once you start snowballing and you know your team's gonna win or at a huge advantage, you can build Medjais to kind of snowball yourself a little harder. I think that's pretty interesting, but I don't think it's part of his core build. He probably builds it when his team is already in like a winning position. And you can also see here sometimes he builds Hex Shrinker. Like in these two games right here, they have an AP top laner and an AP mid laner. And also here he builds it against Syndra and an Elise jungle. So if there's multiple AP threats, it seems like he's more inclined to build Hex Shrinker. Now that's pretty much the review of this player. It was interesting to see the little innovative things that he does do. He's currently sitting at 1311 LP in Challenger. The rank 1 player right now is currently sitting at 1320 in the making of this video. So I wouldn't be surprised if he got back his rank 1 title. So I hope you guys learned something from this, and I hope you guys can kind of apply these tier games and see how it goes. It just shows that the way Katarina's played right now isn't the only way to play Katarina. You know, maxing Q, getting resolve or sorcery for more damage or tankiness. So definitely experiment more with Katarina, see if you can find new things that works for her, just like this guy did. I'm definitely going to be doing a review of one of his games in the future, so if you want to see that, make sure to subscribe to my channel and look forward to that video. But that was it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to check out my stream, it's at twitch.tv/cat_life. I also have a Twitter and Instagram if you guys want to follow me there as well. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out.
Okay, it's Childish, Gambino, homegirl, drop it like the NASDAQ. Move white girls like this coat up my ass crack. Move black girls, cause man, fuck it, I'll do either. I love pussy, I love bitches, dude, I should be running Peter in Adidas with some short shorts. B-O-O all over me, my green